What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Jacobalava, and today we're going to be talking about bakit ang hirap pumayat sa Pilipinas. Why is it so hard to lose weight in the Philippines? If you're new here, my name is Jacob. I'm an online coach and I talk about mostly fitness and lifestyle. So I've recently been coaching some people from different countries, the US or abroad. And this is where the inspiration of this video comes from. I just wanted to talk about yung differences about dieting and losing weight being here in the Philippines and bakit napakahirap ba magpayat dito. This video is purely my opinion and my observations just because I have personal experience and coaching people who live in different countries apart from the Philippines. Just to talk about it quickly, losing weight and dieting, it's already a difficult process. So I'm just gonna be talking about some major differences, challenges dieting here in the Philippines. Which brings me to my first point. If you're a subscriber and you've watched my videos before, you guys know na I always preach lean protein sources. You should have relatively moderate to high protein intake. If you're new, protein is in charge of your muscle growth, repair, and it keeps you lean. For me personally, it's the most important macronutrient when it comes to fat loss. This is one observation of mine, no? Ang dami ko nakita other countries that they have different variety, different types of lean meat. Dito kasi sa Philippines, yung lean meat mo, you only have like chicken breast, certain fish, canned tuna, things like that. Not a whole lot to work with. In different countries, you have, let's say, bison, turkey, ground turkey, lean ground beef, things like that. So ang daming options. They even sell liquid egg whites in groceries. You can find liquid egg whites here in the Philippines, but not as easy to get. These are just some things that will make the process easier. Kasi kung puro chicken breast ka lang, nakakasawa rin yun. Paulit-ulit, right? Chicken breast, fish, tuna, the boring stuff. That's why a lot of coaches here recommend, mag-chicken breast ka, steam, ganyan. It's cause we don't really have a lot of alternatives. If you buy beef, ground beef here in the Philippines, more or less, it's not so lean. At the same time, the leaner you go, the more expensive it'll be. There are leaner cuts. I've seen some in, let's say, different groceries here, and also in healthy options. Pero guys, mahal siya. That's my point number one. We don't have a lot of lean protein sources here in the Philippines. Filipino dishes aren't really the best for dieting. I personally love Filipino food, but if you're trying to diet eating Filipino food, good luck. Usually mataas ang oil or maraming ingredients. Tayo kasi mga Pilipino, mahilig tayo sa masarsa eh. For example, kare-kare or adobo natin usually may oil. And you can make healthier versions of adobo, but most likely, yung mga food na kinakain nyo, maraming ingredients yan. So maraming calories ang Filipino dishes. Don't get me wrong, I do love Filipino dishes, but again, they're not really the best for dieting. Here in the Philippines, we do lack a lot of lower fat, lower carb, lower alternative food items or condiments or ingredients in the groceries. Abroad, reading nutritional labels and all, you do have a lot of lower fat, low calorie options that actually taste good. Dito yung mga nakikita kong low calorie or zero calorie stuff, usually nasa healthy options, and not all of them masarap and mahal sila. So sa States, you have a lot of alternatives. Even yung zero calorie drinks nila, you have a ton of those. Yung juices na the-drop mo lang, or zero calorie soda. Game changer kasi yung mga ganun, guys. Yung mga zero calorie, it adds variety to your overall rotation na food. So if you're dieting, maganda kung paiba-iba yung ginagamit yung timpla, seasoning, or ingredients. Yun yung advantage nila, no? Is that they do have a lot of alternatives. Let's say mayo, may fat-free mayo sila, may butter sila na halos walang calories. And they have a lot of cooking sprays na halos zero calories. So dun pa lang guys, malaki na yung difference. Not to mention yung mga cheese nila and a whole lot of their condiments. Simple ketchup, low sugar, low carb, so things like that. So that in itself, laki ng bagay yun. Also touching back on number 2, Filipino dishes, let's use US as an example. No? Yung mga food nila dun, such as burgers or hot dogs, yung mga food na nag-originate dun, they actually make healthier versions of that eh. I mean, you can make healthier versions of your Filipino food, but it's not really the way we do things here. Yung mga quality ng meat nila for burgers, yung dough nila for pizzas and things like that, they can do things like that that can change total calories ng certain food na yun. And dito medyo mahirap gawin yan for our dishes. Yung mga restaurants natin don't really have nutritional information, and if they do, I'm not quite sure they are very accurate. Maraming misleading restaurants here in the Philippines na healthy. If you're new to the channel, I always tell you that health does not equate to weight loss or fat loss. Kasi magkaiba yun eh. When it comes to weight loss, it's all about the quantity of your calories coming in and your expenditure. So not to throw shade on any healthy restaurants here in the Philippines, pero let's say healthy places, meron silang mga calories na they don't take into account, they don't mention. So medyo misleading siya. Yes, health-wise, very good. But in terms of losing weight, in terms of fat loss, not so good. For example, if you compare a salad from this certain salad place versus a quarter pounder with cheese, yung calories ni quarter pounder with cheese mas mababa pa dun sa sandwich na yun eh. In truth, it's not the healthiest, pero mas maglo-lose weight ka pa dun sa quarter pounder with cheese compared to that sandwich. That's just how it works, guys. So, ang difference niya abroad or other restaurants, lalo na sa States, is that they do have nutritional information and may mga calories yung mga kakainin mo. So, then again, that alone makes a huge difference kasi nagkakaroon na ng awareness. And that's the major thing eh. When it comes to eating a certain food, may idea ka of what you are eating and what you are consuming. As opposed to dito, okay, order ako nito. I'm just gonna eat it, right? I know it's not fun, but then again, dieting in itself is not a fun process. Ito, personal experience ko, nakakainis. Yung mga nababasa mong nutritional information sa food labels dito, let's say canned goods and stuff like that, hindi siya accurate, guys. Believe me, trust me. I've tried this certain corned beef. Okay, pasok siya sa macros ko, kinakain ko siya, dinadiet ko siya. And I'm very thorough with these things eh. Because I observe myself whenever I do track my calories, my macros, I observe my body, my weight, things like that, measurements. So, eating this certain corned beef, parang hindi nagbabago yung timbang ko. Later on, after 2 years, I went back to the same can, nag-iba yung macros niya. So, initially, they were selling it as a lower fat, high protein type of corned beef. Not gonna mention the type of corned beef. But, after revisiting it after 2 years, significantly iba na yung macronutrients niya. And then, dun ko na na-realize na, tama nga ako. Na mali yung information na nakalagay. So, it's very misleading. So, even if you look at nutritional information here, you cannot guarantee na accurate yun. A similar scenario would be, I was dieting recently lang. Meron akong sausages na nakita, ganda ng macros nito. But I realized after 1 week of eating the sausage, I have it every 3 days. And bilang na bilang yung calories ko. Parang I noticed na nag-gain yung weight ko, hindi bumababa yung weekly weight ko when I was eating that. Lo and behold, hindi nga siya talaga accurate. So yun yung mahirap with the nutritional information that you see here in the Philippines. So, if I were you guys, you have to be very cautious about tracking canned goods here because you never know. Baka sinasabi lang nila yun and they're not actually telling you the truth. Not talking about the dishes but more of the culture. Meron tayong culture na you eat what's on the table, someone prepares for you, diba? Something like that. It's very Filipino, if you know what I'm saying. Kasi syempre, in our household, ganun din. For people who've tried to diet, tapos may lutong bahay, una-una, it's very tempting. Kasi syempre, you wanna eat it. Second, ayaw mo ma-offend yung nagluto. Diba? Parang, di mo kakainin tong niluto ko. Ganun. But guys, if you're gonna be dieting, you have to be eating different food from what's being served to you. Most likely, that's not gonna be optimal for your diet. Based on my experience and mga nakakausap ko dito sa Philippines, marami hindi marunong magluto. Now, if you want to diet and really be consistent with things, you at least have to learn the basics of cooking or at least learn how to cook certain food. Kahit egg, chicken breast, that's it. Or things like that, no? It'll take you a long way. Kasi kung marunong ka ng basics, you can prepare your own food. And usually, if someone prepares it for you, and di naman niya alam how to make dieting food, papasarapin niya yung food, diba? Yun yung gagawin niya, yung alam niyang recipe, which involves oil, other ingredients na hindi naman natin alam what, diba? What you can do also is you can teach that person how to cook a certain way or cook certain food. Filipino culture it's a very good thing, but it can be detrimental to your dieting. So ayun, baka lang mahirapan ka lalo mag-diet because, pakisama and all. We Filipinos, we are so busy. Maraming working class sa Philippines and yung typical, compare mo sa ibang bansa, 9 to 5 nila, other countries pa nga 9 to 4, things like that. Sa atin nagiging 8 to 6, 8 to 7, 8 to 10 pa nga eh. And I'm not kidding guys, because I was working a corporate job prior to doing this full time, no? Ako personally, I don't really stay that late or actually my time was very good, no? But I observed my office mates. Some of them really stayed super late, lalo na yung certain roles. That in itself, guys, pagod ka na eh. That's why wala ka ng energy to work out and things like that. Pero sa ibang bansa, if you compare yung 9 to 5 nila, talagang 9 to 5. After you're done, you clock in, you clock out, you're done, you're free to exercise, you still have energy left, no traffic. Dito, pagod ka na after your 9 to 5. or 8 to 7, 8 to 10. Syempre, it's definitely a challenge. So I just wanted to bring it up as well. Hi, guys, maraming coaches out there will tell you initially the first step to losing weight is to cut rice. That is a solid sign that this person is really not knowledgeable. Hindi rice or carbs ang kalaban eh. It's overconsumption eh. And why do people tell you to cut rice? Kasi it's the easiest thing to remove. Alam mo naman ulam mo, tatanggalin mo. It's not about the quality when it comes to fat loss. It's more about the quantity talaga eh. Yeah, you could be the healthiest person eating a ton of lean meat and vegetables, kamote, but if you overconsume that, you're still not gonna lose weight. So, yun yung misinformation. A lot of coaches will tell you, steamed chicken ka, yung walang timpla, kamote, wag ka magkanin. What's the logic behind that, right? You need your carb sources to fuel you for training and for exercise and to carry on your day-to-day activity. Now, yung quantity lang nun, yung kailangan mo manage. Maraming misinformation na kumakalat dito because a lot of my clients na may mga PT, usually yun yung sasabihin ng PT. Mag low carb ka lang or wag ka na magkanin after 6, ganyan. Or mag-keto ka, bibilis yan. These are extreme steps that not everyone can handle. Dun pa lang, sobrang rampant ng misinformation na marinig mo all around. Syempre, we are a third world country, so definitely may money issues. Admittedly, even ako, pag nagda-diet, guys, magastos siya. Kasi you're gonna be buying your lean meat, you're gonna be buying your carb source, tapos some healthy fats. And let's say, if you do need the extra boost with supplements, you're gonna spend. Lalo na yung protein powder, if you need additional protein. Not necessary, pero magastos siya. Kasi nga, it comes back to limited yung resources natin dito and yung options mo for variety. Magre-resort ka to certain food sources. But then again, mahal siya, guys. Lalo na if you want variety. Mahal na mag-diet, mahirap pa siya. So a lot of people don't really succeed with it. For example, yung certain budget mo, okay, meron ako diet food for 2 weeks. Pero guys, honestly, 2 weeks, how much do you expect to lose in 2 weeks, diba? Realistically, you can lose a substantial amount in an unhealthy way. Pero realistically, dapat slow and steady. Dapat slow lifestyle change. So guys, that's the video. These are just some of the things na naisip ko out of the blue, you know, like thoughts, observations, comparison with what my clients in the States or abroad are experiencing compared to us, compared to my clients here in the Philippines, and my personal experiences as well. Ito lang yung insights ko. I would love to hear what you guys think. Bakit napakahirap mag-diet? Ikaw, ano yung struggle mo? Bakit ka ba nahihirapan mag-diet? Because I'd love to hear your thoughts about the issue. So guys, that's it. Again, these are just my opinions, observations from my experiences and experiences of my clients. If you learned something and you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, say something nice, share it, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Thank you, and see you guys next time.